Okay, I've got 25 feet of 100-pound line wrapped around a 24-ounce World Pack water bag, so 3 cups. I've got that in a little plastic bag, and then I have 1 foot by 2 foot of tinfoil. Okay, on the lid here, I have 4 fish hooks. I got a waterproof match striker being held on with double-sided tape, and I have these 2 canvas needles. Got them from one of the dollar stores for $1.75. Repair needles. I think this is a sail needle and this is a carpet needle, but what I like about them is they have the big eye, so I can use it to sew with braided fishing line. And instead of like super gluing the match striker to the directly to the inside of the lid, it'd be hard time getting off and scraping off later. I've got this piece of duct tape that should come off pretty easy, especially compared to super glue. Got an alcohol pad here. All right, these storm proof matches, waterproof, windproof. They burn for 10 seconds. If I can get them out, let's see here. So there's 5 of those. They happen to be indoor matches, indoor. And then I've got a couple kitchen matches. Like every kit should have kitchen matches. You save your storm proofs. They take up almost no room. 2 waterproof butterfly band-aids. Got a assortment of all kinds of sinkers in here, different sizes. Got a little lure here. This flashlight, I have not charged this in over a year. It's a Olight rechargeable flashlight. It's still holding the charge. Regular setting, regular brightness lasts you about 2 hours, but if you turn it on the really bright setting, you got about 15 minutes. Aqua tabs here, water pure tabs. Got a whistle. Let's see what else. This is 36 feet of 40-pound test braided fishing line and 24 feet here. Alright, got this ferro rod. It's like a generic brand, but it's got this handle on it, which is great because when your fingers are cold, it's kind of hard to deal with a small ferro rod. This striker here, I had actually I still have electrical tape wrapped around the seam here. And you can use that later for things like a crude tourniquet and fire tinder, but I would use it in this case to hold the ferro rod striker to give you an even better grip. Helps a lot when your fingers are cold. Having technical difficulties here. Alright, got a packet of petroleum jelly. So I didn't pack the tin too tight because I didn't want to risk a puncture. That would be a mess. But you take this petroleum jelly and you rub a little bit into a cotton ball, let it sit a while, tear it open, hit it with your ferro rod. It's going to burn for 3 to 5 minutes. You could also use Vaseline on a piece of a cotton t-shirt. Vaseline is kind of like a fire extender. 2 caffeine pills. 2 safety pins to dig out glass and thorns. You can make them into little fishing hooks. Get to the knife in a minute. Alright, I got a paper clip and a box cutter blade. You could probably use this paper clip to secure the box cutter blade to a stick or something and have a handle for a knife kind of deal. Got 2 duct tape patches on parchment paper. Now the tin foil takes up a lot of room in your tin, especially if it's a extra thick tin foil. So if it were me and I wanted to save some room, I would use tin foil that wasn't like generic store brand, but not heavy duty either, like a name brand regular tin foil. And if you're going to do the Altoid Survival thing, you're going to want to have a Mylar blanket. By the way, first of all, if you do me a favor and give the video a thumbs up so YouTube will show the video to more people. And also, anything you see on my channel, be sure to research it yourself before you actually try it. But I've got this Mylar blanket rolled up and wrapped in a rubber band so it takes up less room. Got some bank line here to secure it. Mylar blanket is great. It's windproof, waterproof, but even just to have something to wrap around you in the cold is a big help. I would add a lighter to the kit. This is a Bic lighter. It's got that extender so you can get up under your tinder and less likely to burn your fingers. So Mylar, lighter, and we're going to add some knives here. Okay, so the rest of the video is just going to be about knives. So this is the Buck 55, and it is a scaled down version of the most famous pocket knife ever, which is the Buck 110. And buck knife made in America is high quality. They are expensive. This Prince, I think it's called the number 53 Prince right here. Same size handle. The blade's about the same. This is a clip point. This is a drop point. But sometimes you can get a brand new Prince cheaper than you can a used, good condition buck. And if you're going to use a used knife, or either way, the box cutter blade is great as a backup, and even alone it's great. So anyway, so yeah, Buck 55, got the Prince here, and we can compare the handles. This is another famous pocket knife, the Case Sodbuster Jr. See the difference in the thickness? It's big difference. So you got a lot more room in your tin using this Buck 55. It's a great choice. Doesn't take up a lot of space. Next, got this Opinel. And Opinel has been around for well over 100 years. This is the number 8, which is the most popular. It's got this ring right here. See this ring? It rotates. So a lot of people don't know you can rotate the ring to keep the knife shut, to keep it closed. And everybody knows you can rotate it, open it up, and rotate the ring to lock it. And an Opinel is one of the best knives you can get for under 25 bucks. So it's good to have a big knife to go with your Altoid kit. And something interesting about this Opinel 8, this is a Victorinox 111mm, been around since the 1980s. This Opinel has been around since the 1890s, and I wonder if Victorinox got the idea for what they call their large locking blade knives from this Opinel 8. They're pretty much the same length, and you see the base of the handle has some similarity, and it's hard to tell, but this Opinel actually bulges out a little in the middle. It gives you a great grip. Show you this right here. The name of the channel is Mini Survival Tins and Sacks. This is a Sack Swiss Army knife, SAK. This is a Wenger Evo Grip 18. It's got these ergonomic grips, plus the Evo grips have these rubberized grips, which are especially great if it's wet, gives you a better grip. Alright, this can opener you can use as a ferro rod striker. You might not want to do it a lot because it'll dull it out, but in an emergency, it'll work. Plus, I mean, you know, you might be camping or hiking or something and you don't have a can opener. Well, you do here. And then you might find an old beer bottle that's still closed, that's been sitting in the elements for a long time. You can use this cap lifter to lift the cap without breaking the bottle, and empty out the bottle, rinse it out, put some water in it, drop an aqua tab in there if something happens to your water bag. Scissors are great in a survival situation. For example, if you wanted to make a signaling mirror out of a beer can, you can beat the heck out of your blade, or you can use the scissors. And for like, if you got a broken nail, the scissors are good. You can cut the excess off and then use this fingernail file to file it down. Broken fingernail can lead to an infection even and be very painful. And then we have something really important or really helpful in a survival situation is this saw. The back of the saw makes a great ferro rod striker. Got the main blade here. The main blade on this one actually locks. See, you got this lever, unlocks it so you can close it. And then the reamer can help you in survival and bushcraft when you're improvising and stuff. And then this Phillips driver doesn't really matter much in this context. You got your toothpick and your tweezers here. Now the universally recognized best Swiss Army knife for outdoors is the Huntsman. This is like a Huntsman, but on steroids. It's 111 millimeters. The Huntsman is 91 millimeters. So you got your can opener here. Big hefty bottle opener. You can do some prying with it if you wanted to. Big knife. Liner lock. You push this piece of metal to the side so it closes. Again, you have a pair of scissors, and something about this Rux. This is the Outrider. I might have called it a rucksack a minute ago, I'm not sure, but when you lift up the scissors, you've got a screwdriver, so that's pretty cool. The Huntsman doesn't have that. Big saw. And then the corkscrew you can use for untying knots. I did it just the other day, actually. And then this reamer again. Reamers can be helpful. You got your toothpick. You got your tweezers. Here, I've got Victorinox Evo Delamont 10. So it's a Vanger design, but it's got the Victorinox sewing awl instead of a reamer. See, it's got that sewing eye, and then the Victorinox can opener. You can use this if it's a small enough ferro rod. You can put it in here and use this to get sparks. Although it's nothing, it's not great. It's not great like the Vanger can opener for that. Again, you have a nail file for striking a ferro rod. Can opener, got the bottle opener, and corkscrew again. And just having a knife. This is the Vanger blade, by the way. Main blade. Just having an extra knife, or this, Vanger and Victorinox make high quality knives, and a lot of bang for the buck. They don't cost a lot considering the quality and the durability. Close out with this. This is the case trapper. Mini trapper, sorry. The blades have a half stop here, so half stop. So very high quality. Case knives are high quality. And then you have this spade blade, which is great for skinning. Alrighty. Oh, dang it, forgot to tell you. The mini trapper is Altoid Survival Kit friendly. How about that? Alrighty. Thanks for stopping by.